All right, it is Sunday, May the 2nd, and we are in the east side of Indianapolis doing a cutout for bees. I got Mike up on the ladder right now trying to find exactly where they are. All right, Mike, what do you see?
Well, it looks like they're stuck here in a brick box behind this soffit right above the window. I'm starting to see a lot of bees congregating under the soffit and a lot of honey dripping down. So we'll see here in a second. Yeah, you got the smoke fired up, John?
I'll get fired up right now.
Put her in the shade.
All right.
Don't get too hot.
So, Bill, what's the process to band these up? What do you like doing?
So diagonal, then lay your comb in it. Use that like a table,
Okay.
and then walk your bands over. These up and down bands.
Excellent.
I learned that off YouTube.
Well, hopefully this is going on YouTube, I hope, with your permission,
So
Bill.
yeah, you're very
So, special
So-
guest Bill Wrin here, everybody. And
Right.
Facebook page is what? Honeybee Rescue, right?
Indiana Honeybee Rescue.
Indiana Honeybee Rescue. If you guys are not on that Facebook page, you got to join it. Bill's a wealth of knowledge. So, all right. We have not found the queen yet. We've sucked up some bees in the process, haven't found the queen yet. But we have been blessed to find some queen cells here that we're going to use. These bees seem fairly docile, even though it's cutting into them, so hopefully we can take them back home and make some good queens out of them. Make some good hives. So I'll put them in a nuke and see what happens. But there we go.
32's.
Yeah, they're pretty symmetrical on their building skills, aren't they?
I learned that diagonal trick off of YouTube.
So there's no eggs or anything, so we just put you in the bucket.
Take the bees off. Put it in the honey bucket. Here's-
honey straight up.
Yep.
Oh, the other one next to it started doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
All of them are that.
They'll team up. You'll
He's
see
like, we're gonna have to yell louder.
a whole bunch of them.
No, it's just the girls.
So there's the final product. We got most of them out. We got some robbers probably coming in, smelling that honey. We got a few foragers coming back, but for the most part, we think we got everything out of there. Red button. All right, so the bee vac is loaded up. We got as many bees out there as we possibly can. We have plenty of what I would call volunteer bees. Like we got bees inside the bed of the truck, along with all the boxes associated with the bee vac in the back. Mike did the majority of the hard work for sure on this cutout. So Mike, you want to tell our friends here your experience and what you thought about this cutout?
Well, I tell you, the bees had a great attitude, way better than the ones we got into up in Warsaw.
Oh yeah, those were mean junkyard bees.
Not aggressive at all.
These were great.
Had a lot of comb, a little bit of honey, a little bit of pollen. Not much brood, but it was a big hive.
So what was amazing to me, and Mike, good eye doing this, we did not find the queen. We could not find the queen anywhere. And there's a chance we may have missed some comb in that cutout because it was behind the brick wall, but I don't think so. But the landowners told us the huge swarm of bees just 3 days before.
Oh, yeah.
Like on a giant wagon wheel. I'll try to get a picture from the landowner to include in this video. But anyway, the bees apparently swarmed 3 days before Mike and I got down here. And we found queen cells. Do you know how many queen cells we found?
I lost count, but I bet you there was close to a dozen.
You know, a lot of those that you handed down to me had already been open, so I don't know if they were last year's queen cells or what. A couple of them looked like they had been open and then the bees closed them up again. Sometimes bees will just, that's what they do. They see the cell open, they decide, hey, I want to close it up without even having an egg in there. But, you know, I think we got 5 to 8 good ones for sure. What's the one thing, if we could do one thing different with this cutout, what would we have done?
The bee vac. Staging the bee vac was kind of a pain. We didn't have enough hose, so I think we get a section of 10, 12 foot hose for the bee vac would be beneficial, and maybe switch designs like Bill had.
So
that lighter version.
Yeah. So again, Bill Wrin came down, volunteered his time. Very grateful for him to come down. Bill Wrin came down from Indiana Honeybee Rescue. It's a website set up there just to basically, it was primarily, and I think initially to promote his services. He will go out and do cutouts, he will go out and capture swarms, but it's turned into every bit as much as an educational platform with beekeepers like Mike and I getting on there just to learn more. Anyway, Bill Wrin started that. He is the admin for that Facebook site. Again, if you'd like to learn more about cutouts, things like that, I encourage you to join. But he volunteered his time, came up, and coached us through a lot of the rubber band job. I wish we had on video where he explains how he likes to put his rubber bands in.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Did you catch that, Mike? Can you share that real quick?
Yes, and I'll definitely be using that trick in the future. It's just the way he fashioned the rubber bands on the backs of the frames. We didn't really need it because we were working on a tailgate, but he showed us how to do it anyways for if both of us were up on ladders and one of us handed comb to the other. You could basically, it just formed like a web with the rubber bands. You could lay the comb in there and then strap it in with your other bands. Just little tricks like that would make things go a lot easier.
Yeah. And then when we're done, Bill showed us his bee vac. And you want to describe that one?
Yeah, he used 5-gallon buckets. It looked like 3 in total. 2 full buckets and 1 partial. It'd be a lot easier to show you, but basically the 2 buckets fit together. One of them's got a lot cut out of it, and it's filled in with just your ordinary screen door screen, aluminum screen, and then that fits down into another bucket with 1 hole in it that fits your shop vac hose with the screen in front of that, and then the lid that you put on it is where you run the hose to the hive. lighter than what we were using. He said he could fit a lot of bees in there, and he only came close once to filling that thing up. So
the benefit of my bee vac, the one we use today, the benefit is we've got it stacked up with frames in there. So as we suck the bees in, they can immediately go up to frames and find a home and start making a home. And so when we come back to the house, all I got to do is just take off the top, and we've got a hive ready to go. It's set up.
yeah,
The downside is that sucker is heavy, and you have to have a big shop vac to run it. I think going forward, if we do a cutout on, like, underneath a first-story window, bedroom window, we use the box. But if we have to use ladders anytime from now on,
Right.
I think I'm going to go with those 5-gallon buckets. I think that might be the best way to go.
yeah, we'd have been in a major bind yesterday, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So yesterday we did a cutout at a church, trying to get the bees out of there. It was up on the second floor, long way up, lots of stairs we had to haul up. Man, the buckets would have been the way to go, right? It would save us a lot of time.
Definitely working off scaffolding.
Anyway, I hope Dirt Roaster would be proud of us today on this cutout. I think we did a decent job. Took us, 3.5 hours maybe total. And,
Yeah, probably.
I think most of the bees, one sting. I think I had 3 guys there with us. We had one person get stung, so that was Mike.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't think it was an aggressive sting. I just think I got her caught in my sleeve. So
Yeah. They were great bees. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to bringing them back to the old apiary there, Clarksbeesandsuch, and Swayze and Hannah. So if you ever get by Swayze, give us a shout. Mike and I will be around. So that's all I got. Thanks for watching.